Looks smooth, looks good. Carlos Garrido, 5th in the World Championships when he lifted 172 kilograms. Here goes Garrido at 180.
Siempre el objetivo es ganar. En la versión anterior,
well, the competition was really hard. He was expected to win the gold medal. His last competition in the European in Alexin, he didn't have a very good lift. So now he got a medal and he's happy. He beat one of the contenders that when he lost last time in 2013. But he's really happy and he wants to work harder for the next competition.
Bastante bien, mucho mejor que...
He thinks that it's really good an organization. He's happy to be here. He's having a bad experience last time in Alex in 2013, and he wants to be happy and try to be in another competition.
Is Eger Bederdinov.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, if you are able, for the national anthem of Russia.
Well, that's a confident opening lift from Katerina Medze. Looks smooth. Well, there's plenty of noise, and it's a good lift. She lifted 110 and not surprisingly takes great pleasure as that gold medal is hung around her neck. Clock ticking down, he just prepares now. That arch at the back. Down to his chest and up. He said in the past that he's had problems with his diet, so 65 may suit him, but he's actually one of the lighter men in this competition, so he will still have the option prior to Rio of dropping back down to the lighter category should he wish. He just wants to push weight. Here he goes, Ali Jawad, 187. Getting himself psyched up. The Chinese have been enjoying themselves at these games. A lot of them, so there's a few medals. I'll be looking for another one here from Peng Hu. He's going to open up at 185. Well, a very big afternoon to you once again for the fourth and final event on this fourth day, the penultimate day of the 2015 IPC Powerlifting European Championships. It's time for the big boys to take the stage. They're not the biggest boys, we've got a bigger category tomorrow, but they're pretty darn big. 107 kilograms, that's what we're looking at. We've got two groups going. We're going to start with Group B. Group A is going to be fascinating. It includes the current world record holder Elshan Husseinov and the former world record holder and current world champion Pavlos Mamalos. But first we open up with Andis Krauks from Latvia on 150. Good lift for him. The two lights are up, so the competition underway at a rapid rate. It was a good confident opening lift from Krauks, and he will be followed by 27-year-old from Poland, Michał Salva, who has a simply marvellous sporting philosophy. He says, "He who makes a beast of himself gets rid of the pain of being a man." Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Michał Salva as he comes up to the stage. There he is. That's the man who's looking to make a beast of himself. How beastly can he get? He's going to open up at 163 kilograms. Yet to figure in a major international competition. So a path untrod for Michał Salva. Had posted 163 as his opener, but has just come down a couple of kilos. Wants to be certain. Had posted 165. He's come down to 163. Takes the bar up, down to the chest, and up. Slightly crooked on the way up, and it's three red lights, I'm afraid, from Michał Salva. It looks very easy sitting in the deck chairs up in the auditorium or in the comfort of your own living room, and for some of them it is. Some of the more experienced, wizened and grizzled old gentlemen, it's business as usual, but for some of the competitors here, it is the first time, not just that they've taken the stage in an international competition, but they've taken the stage in any real kind of big tournament like this. And nerves invariably play a role. Sometimes they think they've been pumping the weights happily in the gym, and then come out here and find that it's very, very different indeed. So some of the less experienced lifters encouraged to come in a little bit lower than their best weight in the gym, not to try and go too fast, too hard, straight away. Next up is Abdallah Al-Nahbi from the United Arab Emirates. He has taken part in a big event. He was at the World Championships last year, but in the 80 kilogram event, so this is quite a jump for him. He lifted 150 at 80 kilograms, and with an extra bit of muscle and padding, he's now up to 100.55 kilograms as body weight. Ought to give him a lot more power. He's opening up at 180. Three white lights. Good, confident opening from Al-Nahbi. And he came down from 185 to 180. He wanted to secure that opening lift. So always important. Get yourself in the game, and then you can start playing to win, playing to improve your position. Two Russians to come to complete the group. Just 5 in it. This is the first of the Russians, Igor Smirnov. I'll drink to that name. Weighing in at 102.30 kilograms. He's a keen follow-up of Zenit St. Petersburg. Injured himself while at university and ended up having his left leg amputated just above the knee. And took up weight training and powerlifting. And here he is at the European Championships looking to lift 185 kilograms. Three white lights. Good lift for Smirnov. So he's underway at 185. He's 24 years old, Smirnov. Ice cool. With that opening lift. They will be replaced on the podium by his compatriot Alexei Golovan. There he comes, the 37-year-old. Doesn't appear to have gone to any of the major competitions. But he's making a bold statement, going for 190 as his opening lift, and that is only marginally less than the opening lifts, some of the opening lifts in Group A. And it's slightly unbalanced onto the chest. Two red lights. So no lift. First time up for Golovan. First round is complete. Top of the leaderboard, Igor Smirnov with 185. Abdallah Al-Nahbi with 180 and Andis Krauks with 150. So those are the only three that went clear.
Thank you. Body weight 155 kilograms for the second attempt from Latvia, Andis Krauks.
Here comes Krauks for his second lift. 'Less ambitious than the others in this Group B. Opened with 150, and he's now just going to push that up by 5. He'll be going for 155. Good lift. So he's making steady progress. .38 years old, Andis Krauks, and hasn't got a lot of competition experience, certainly not international experience. Very glad to be up and running. With 155, he's currently in third place in this Group B. Mikhail Salva returns to the stage. This is the beast. He's down at 163 on his opening lift. He's going again at the same weight. Just steadies himself there. Straps coming around just above the knee. Important that to keep his balance. Very tempting for lifters to raise their backsides. They've got to keep them on the bench. That was better. Was it good enough though? No, not quite. 2 red lights. Well, that's 2 fails for Salva at 163. So he'll be disappointed with that. Hoping to get on the board. Now the contest underway with Abdallah Al-Nahbi. He cleared at 180. He's now going to go for 185. And if he gets this, he will go top of Group B, at least for the moment, at least until Igor Shminov's next lift. And possibly until Alexei Golovan's second lift as well. The 2 Russians. Still to come. So Abdallah Al-Nahbi. Good first lift at 180, looked very confident. Takes the strain now. Just drifts a little to the right, and I'm afraid that's cost him 2 red lights. So a fail for Abdallah Al-Nahbi. Next up will be Alexei Golovan for his second lift, his second attempt at 190. Just emerging now through the doorway. Plenty of cheering for him. Comes from Krasnodar. 37 years of age. And having failed to lift 190 for the first time, he's going to have another stab at it. Very enthusiastic crowd here in Eger in northern Hungary. As Golovan goes, that looked more confident than the first lift, and it's good. 2 white lights come on. So Golovan is in the game at 190. And that puts him top at the moment of this Group B. There are 6 men going to be going in Group A, of whom 3 are eligible for the European Championship. So there is the outside prospect if 1 or maybe 2 of these European lifters go well. The 2 Russians in particular, Smirnov and Golovan. There is a little possibility that they could end up with a European medal. It would take one of the big guns to falter badly, but we have seen that this week. Next man up, it's Smirnov. Igor Smirnov. Successful at 185 kilograms. (26 years old). Was a student of sports studies at Leningrad State University in St. Petersburg, and lists himself as an athlete. His eyes very firmly on getting to Rio. It's going to be a tough call for him, but that's a good, firm, confident lift. 3 white lights. Wow, excellent stuff from Smirnov. And that's a 195 to his name. Now that was quite a jump. Started at 185, up to 195. And that puts him top of the pile of Group B, going into the third and final round. Now, as I say, looking at Group A, and in fact looking at the three in Group A, three Europeans, Ryszard Rogala, Poland is going to open at 202, Pavlos Mamelos at 220, and Aishan Husinov at 234. Difficult to see those three slipping up, but you never know. Can't take anything for granted. Now, Anders Krauks is back on the stage. He's had two good lifts at 150 and at 155. He's going to close his competition with 160 on the bar. Little shake of the foot, couldn't get it up. That's three red lights, so just a little bit too much for him in the end. But a good competition for him. Got two good lifts in as he heads away from the stage. So well done to Anders Krauks of Latvia. Finishes with 155 as his best lift, and he will finish 5th in this group. Could finish 4th, in fact, of course, because Mikael Salva has yet to put in a good lift. He'll be next up as the weights go up once again. Mikael Salva not been particularly beastly thus far in the tournament. He's failed twice at 163. He's back in at 163. And a successful lift here would mean he finishes 4th in Group B. Might put a smile on his face for later on this evening as well. Here he goes. Salva at 163 for the third and final time. Big cry. And it's a cry of despair, I'm afraid, for Mikael Salva. Well, he gets a round of applause, but it's more sympathy than anything else, and he doesn't waste any time in removing himself from the podium. So that is a blowout, I'm afraid, across the board for Mikael Salva. 3 attempts at 163, 3 fails at 163, and finishes 5th in Group B. That'll make him 11th overall. Good to see the crowd bustling. Attention focuses on now Abdallah Al-Nakbi of the United Arab Emirates. He opened very confidently with a lift of 180 kilograms. He moved the weight up to 185, but couldn't manage that. And now he's back on for his third and final lift, 185 again. Just 24 years old. And that makes him the second youngest in this particular competition. Down it goes, rises again. Oh, a little bit off balance, but good, but good. Just made it, and well done. So Abdullah Ahnabi happy enough as he heads away from the arena. 185 kilos to his name. And that's going to put him third in this group. It won't get him anywhere near the medals. But a good solid performance. 2 good lifts out of 3, which is a lot more than we've seen from many of the athletes.
203 kilograms for the third attempt from Russia, Alexei Golovan.
Now Alexei Golovan failed at 190 first time. He made 190 second time, and he's got a little bit of a battle now with his compatriot Igor Smirnov. He's managed to push Smirnov up to 203. Smirnov, the lighter man, by over 2 kilograms, and that could come into play on this final lift. Golovan has set the bar now at 203, so he's gone up 13 kilograms from his second lift. Oh, I don't think it's going to happen. Too much. Too much. He had to gamble. He was trying to win the group and maybe throw his hat in the ring for a European medal, but in the end he bows out at 190. And unless something very peculiar happens, I'm afraid that won't be a medal for him either. But that decision to go for 203 means he's rather forced Smirnov's hand as well. Plenty of support for Igor Smirnov. He will also be attempting to lift 203 kilograms. He's already won Group B with that lift of 195. Can he push up beyond 200? Just settles himself. He's under the bar. Cries. And there away he goes. Smirnov on 203. Oh, it's not gonna happen. No. Just too much. So he bows out at 195. He has the consolation of having won Group B, but you can't help feeling that Group B very much before the Lord Mayor's show, because attention now turns to the big man. So we move up to the A list now. Some of the very, very best lifters in this category in the world. In the lineup we have Elshan Husinov from Azerbaijan, who is the world record holder at 242 kilograms. He's also the European record holder, of course. We also have Pavlos Mamalos, the world champion, who lifted 240 to win that world championship. That was a world record at the time, since broken by Husinov in Almaty earlier this year. First into the arena from Kyrgyzstan is Zhigalbek Orosbayev, 22 years old. He is the youngest man in this competition. He competed in the World Championships last year, came in 10th with a best lift of 175. That was in this category. So he's already looking to improve on that. He's going to open with a lift of 193. Not good enough. There was a smattering of applause. His coach opens the palms as if to say what was wrong with that. And there he is on the stage. He's asking. Odosbayev doesn't look too concerned as he struts off down the runway, backstage. Have a little think about how he can improve it in the second round. So a fail, I'm afraid, for Odosbayev.
95 kilograms for the first attempt from the Islamic Republic of Iran, Mansour Pormirzai.
Now, next man on. There he is. Mansour Pormirzai from Iran. He was competing in the over 107 kilogram at the World Championships last year. Came in second, silver medalist with a lift of 265. Obviously he's dropped down now, weighing into 106.75, so he's come down a category. Will that affect his lifting capacity? We will see. He's opening at quite a conservative 195. Ooh, that looked confident, didn't it? Was it good? No, it wasn't. Two red lights come on. He maybe went it a little too quickly. Yeah, he potters off the stage. Wondering quite what he did wrong. Well, that's a no lift. So 2 no lifts so far in this competition, and that means that Igor Smirnov is still our overall leader with 195. Can he stay there? Very much doubt it. Next up from Poland, Ryszard Rogola. This is a very experienced lifter, 40 years of age now, comes from Gorzów. Began powerlifting back in the last century, back in the last millennium even. He was just 24 years old when he started. He went to his first Paralympics in Sydney in 2000. He came 7th. This was in the 90k category. 2nd in Athens in 2004, silver medal there, and a bronze medal in Beijing in 2008. All of those in the 90 kilogram category. He's now weighing in at 102.35. And he is opening up with a lift of 196 kilograms. Oh, they didn't like that one either. Perhaps just a little bit crooked. Hard to see what that was, but of course you've got to remember that where I'm sitting is in one corner, almost behind one of the judges, and there are 2 other judges. They all have a different view of what the lifter is doing. There are plenty of little technical details that have to be borne in mind. It could be a head, it could be his bottom coming up, it could be his legs coming up. Maybe a little bounce off the chest as he brings the bar down. Lots of different technicalities. Each of the judges will see something different. That's why we have 3 lights. And so, no good for Rogola. You're looking at the crowd. That's not the Greek contingent there. What's happening? A little change in the weights. This is Hucha Kai from China coming up at 206. Yeah. Centre referee Gideon Griffiths just having a word with the helpers there. He's getting things prepared for Huchekai, 32 years old. Took up powerlifting back in 2001. Picked up an injury just before the 2012 Paralympics in London. Didn't stop him coming second in the 90 kilogram category, and he was the gold medalist in the 90 kilogram category in the 2008 games in Beijing. That was lifting a weight of 235, so we can expect something reasonably big from him. Didn't do so well in the World Championships last year. That was down in the 88s. Now he's opening up with 206. A little murmur, but it's good. He gets 2 white lights. There's a distinct murmur around the crowd. I think they're seeing things slightly differently to the referees at the moment. All adds grist to the mill. Plenty of us all to natter about in the bar later or over dinner. So, the leader, Huchai Kai. Now, brace yourselves for one of the most imposing figures in world sport, in any kind of world sport. This is a man who tells me that in one sitting has eaten 22 Big Macs in one sitting. He also claims to have eaten 4 roast chickens in one sitting, not at the same time as the Big Macs. He also says, well, when he was feeling particularly peckish one Sunday afternoon, he finished off half a lamb, washed down by 8 litres of Coke. None other than the world champion from Elefsina in Greece. It is the very distinct figure of Pavlos Mamalos. Was the world record holder at 240. That's what he clocked when he won that world championship last year. That record is gone from him. But he's looking to open up now with a lift of 225. Just getting the instructions right on the straps. Pavlos Mamalos opens up his campaign.
1 minute.
Well underway, 240. Just looking at the bar at the moment. A number of people finding that amusing. Just bracing himself now. Here he goes. Mamalos at 225. Wow, that was 3 white lights, and the big man likes that one. So Mamalos is underway. I'm afraid we expect nothing less than the really big lifts for Pavlos Mamalos. Terrific character, and one of the gentle giants as well. So 225. He's firmly in the lead, but for how long remains to be seen, because Elshan Husinov is the man who deprived Mamalos of that world record. Only by 2 kilograms, but it's enough to show Elshan Husinov in the record books as the world record holder. Hasn't got a great record at games. Came 5th in Beijing in the 90 kilogram category, 4th in London at 100 in 2012. He's had 2 stabs at World Championships, 3rd both times, including last year in the 107 kilogram category when Mamalos took gold. But obviously in the year since, he's found a little bit of a magic formula. 242 kilograms. The world record belongs to him. He's going to open up with a lift of 234 kilograms. And if he's successful, we probably can expect another stab at a world record a little bit later, but it'll be interesting to see how Mamalos goes. He'll throw down the gauntlet, I'm sure.
1 minute.
Husinov at 234. Oh, he made that look easy. but it's not good. It's not good. 2 red lights, and he's looking astounded by that. He lifted it so comfortably. I think everyone in the room was a little bit surprised by that, but the 2 lights came on. As I say, there's a lot that we can't necessarily see from this corner. We're trusting our referees. They're very experienced. They know what they're looking for, and they're being tough. The competitors know that. This week, the referees are being tough. So that's a no lift for the world record holder, Husinov. And that means after round 1, it's Mamalos who leads with that lift of 225 kilograms, and far be it from me to say it's done and dusted, but I would reckon that with that lift he has claimed the European Championship title. The other medals, though, still remain up for grabs. Coming back onto the stage from Kyrgyzstan, Zurgalbek Orasbayev, who didn't get off to the best start. Opened with a lift of 193, which didn't count, and he's back at the same weight. Orasbayev going for 193, his second attempt. Look good, his corner man is happy, but the referees aren't. 2 red lights once again, and a second no lift for Orasbayev. A little bit of bemusement there in the corner. Just 2 men, in fact, went clear in that opening round. Mamalos and Kai. So, from Iran comes Mansia Pourmirzai, and he's going to have another crack at 196. Well, suddenly Igor Smirnov is getting interested in this competition, isn't he? Put him his eye. Plenty of chat over in his corner. Plenty of encouragement, which can be a good thing. It can also be a real distraction when a lifter is preparing, trying to get himself into the zone and getting to grips with the bar. Still plenty of chat in the corner. Away he goes, 196. The referees say it's good this time, so maybe all that chat did the trick. Put is out. Is up and away with 196. And that takes him up into 3rd place overall. Ryszard Rogala of Poland. There's another one who failed at his first attempt. Rogala attempted 196. Missed out. He's going for it again. He's 4 kilograms lighter than Pourmirzai. So if he does get this, he will push up into 3rd place overall. Silver medalist in 2004 in the 90 kilogram category. That looks pretty good, and it is 3 white lights. Well done. Well, that was much more confident, much more secure and steady lift from Rogala. So 2 men are now gone at 196, and Rogala takes over that bronze medal position from Pourmezai. Now they're going to be enjoying a little bit of a contest in the 3rd and final lift. Of course, whether they're competing for a medal or not remains to be seen. Rogala has the European silver medal spot at the moment with that lift, but Elshan Husinov still to come. Now Hichak Chai makes his way into the arena. Can't see him yet. There he is. Hichan Chai, 206. He opened up, and he's the lightest of the competitors here. He's under 100 kilos, in fact, just outside the 97 kilo mark, 97.20. So he's giving away a lot in body weight. Opened up with 206. He's going to push up to 215, which will cement him in 2nd place overall. Here he goes. Little tilt maybe, or was it good? It was good. 2 white lights. So Chai going along nicely. 2 good lifts so far. He stays in 2nd. Still silver medal position in the Open Championship. And that could change though any moment now, because we're going to have the world record holder back on stage. The bar going back up to 234 kilograms. It's a massive weight to open up on. He is the world record holder at 242, so it's within his range. But any little faltering and he could be in trouble. You'd expect him to do it, but the pressure grows. And he'll also have been well aware that Pavlos Mamelos successfully lifted 225. Mamelos has marked up 235 for his next lift. So this could define the competition now. Elshan Husinov looking to open at 234. He's failed once. He was very unhappy as well with that decision from the referees. But they are watching every corner, every detail. You can't take anything for granted here. The straps going on around the knees, around the calves, tightly in place. There's a hush in the auditorium as Husinov goes for 2, 3, 4. Good and confident, and it's good. 3 white lights this time. Husinov is the new leader with 234 kilograms, excuse me. No problem that time. Now the poker games begin. It's the man from Elefsina, which is just outside Athens, renowned now for its oil refineries, the big oil refinery in Greece, but in ancient days it was the birthplace of the great tragedian Aeschylus, one of the father of Greek tragedy. If you've heard of the Oresteia, that's all thanks to that man Aeschylus. Apparently he also fought in the Battle of Marathon as well. A great man of Elefsina, as is Pavlos Mamalos. He's already gone 225 kilograms. He's now up the bar to 235. So 1 kilogram more than Hosinev. And this for the lead. The helper just helping him find the centre of the bar. There's always this little titter around the auditorium as he works the right position. Here he goes, Mamalos 235. Well, again, 3 white lights. That's a fabulous lift from Pavlos Mamalos. Oh, he punches the air. He's absolutely delighted. Buzz around the hall. Mamalos, this is a fabulous battle now between Mamalos and Husinov, the top two in the world at this weight. What a contest. 235, 234. And where are they going to go in the final lifts? 2 rounds done, and still everything to play for in both categories, in the Open Championship and also in the European Championships. It's edge of the seat stuff to close this Friday evening. It's been a cracking day of activity, penultimate day of these championships. One more day to come on Saturday. We'll tell you about those competitions at the end of the day, because right now the noise level just rising slightly. You can feel 1 or 2 tremors. Everyone bracing themselves for a cracking contest. Up comes Zedek Belbek Orasbayev from Kyrgyzstan. He's missed out twice so far at 193. He's booked in again at 193. And, well, this won't put him amongst the medals, that's for sure, but at least he will finish with the consolation of having made a clean lift. Orasbayev, 193. Here he goes. Cheered on by the crowd, and he's good. He's good. So Orasbayev, well, he shakes his head as if to say, oh, not quite sure why I couldn't get that first time. He doesn't look overly chuffed with doing the weight. A little shake of the hand there from his helper with Ahmed Al-Jarmeh, the referee from Jordan. So that is end of competition for Orasbayev. Finishes with 193, which actually leaves him outside the top 6 in the competition, because Igor Smirnov of Russia posted 195 in the B group. Now the fight for the medals. Mansour Pourmezai. He's not going to get amongst the medals, actually, Pourmezai, either, because it's the open category that he'll be in, and that is already pretty much stitched up by Mamalos, Husinov and Hushen Chai. So Pourmezai, though, has cleared 196, and now going for the a new weight of 200 to close out his European Open Championships campaign. Settles himself back. He was a little bit flummoxed in the first round as well when he was given a no lift. Got it right second time around. And he's only added 4 kilos to the bar. Should be within him. Up it goes, up it goes. Not clean. Not clean. Well, a disappointing way to finish. But raised his hands. 196. His closing score. And that makes him 5th overall at this competition. A 35-year-old Iranian. So Rizad Rogala has already secured himself the bronze medal in the European Championships with his lift of 196 in the second round. Unlikely that he's going to unseat Hussein Chai. He's not even going to try, actually. He's aiming for 205 kilograms. For his final lift to secure 4th overall and the bronze medal in the European Championships. Comes up smoothly enough, but not quite straight enough for the referees. 2 red lights, come on. So Rizad Rogala finishes with the best lift of 196. He's 4 kilos lighter than the Iranian Bormizai, so he will take 4th overall. And he will be appearing later on in the medal ceremony because he is going to be the bronze medalist in the European Championships. The bronze medal in the Open Championships is going to go to our next lifter from China. It's Hussein Kai. He's put in a good tournament. Opened at 206, moved up to 215 in the second lift, and is going to close with an attempt on 226. The Chinese have thoroughly enjoyed themselves. I'm getting used to getting to know their national anthem extremely well, sitting here for this week, and a very good anthem it is too, but it's not going to happen on this occasion because Chai is only going to get the bronze medal. He'll be happy with that. He's up against the 2 greats of the sport at the moment in Mamalos and Husinov. And the big battle will come in just a few minutes when they fight it out for the gold medal. Mamalos and Husinov, and it's not just the open gold to stay, it's the European gold as well, so double trouble lies ahead. For the moment though, it's Hussein Kai going at 226. Oh, it couldn't do it, just too much. Little take of the head, touches the forehead, smiles, waves at the crowd. He's come here, he's done a good job. 215, he will collect the bronze medal. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is the moment you've all been waiting for. Elshan Husinov is stacking it up. These two pushing each other all the way. Husinov has declared he's going to go next at 241. Mamalos will then, if he does that, Mamalos will then need 242, which would equal the world record if he is going to win this competition. Well, I think everyone in this room, and it's packed at the moment, everyone gearing up for a great finale to this Friday night. Elshad Husinov of Azerbaijan just takes a moment. He is on the bench, composing himself. The auditorium hushes slightly. Straps come up, and Husinov looks for his mark on the bar, gets himself in a position. Straightens the legs. On go the first straps. On go the second. Across the calves and the ankles. The helpers move aside. So for the lead, 241 kilograms, Elshad Husinov. Oh, it's slightly off centre. It's no good. Two red lights come up. The referees say no. He raises his hands out. He doesn't quite know, but it did look as though it drifted it away. And his coach is wandering over to the jury. And I think they may be lodging an appeal. We'll just have to wait a moment. Centre referee Gideon Griffiths has gone over to look at the jury. We can't. There we go. There is Gideon Griffiths. Now what happens here? We have 5 members of the jury. If they have all marked up that lift with a white light, so to speak, then it is a good lift. Gideon Griffiths wanders across to talk to the committee. Technical end, more discussions going on. And the Azerbaijani coach is still there with the jury. Gideon Griffiths making his way back to the centre. Well, there's a lot of pointing going on. No one's told me yet what's going on, so my apologies if I'm a little bit vague on this. There's a lot of pointing. The Azerbaijani is still with the jury. I'm not sure. It looks as though there's more weight going on. If more weight is going on, well, I'm a little bit confused because more weight is going on. Does that mean that they've got the weight wrong to start with, or simply that Mamalos is going to come on to complete the competition?
Thank you. The bar is rated at 242.5 kilograms for the third attempt from Greece, Pavlos Mamalos.
Well, I think that's been unsuccessful, and what we've got now, those weights going on, mean that not only is Pavlos Mamalos going to be the Open champion and indeed the European champion, he could also become the new world record holder. He wants to reclaim his record. The weight has gone up to 242.5. The world record stands at the moment at 242. It belongs to Elshad Husinov, who has just failed at 241. And I can see the Azerbaijanis needing a little bit of persuasion to step away from the jury and retreat from the scene. It belongs now to Pavlos Mamalos, the great man of Elefsina. Wonderful beard he's got. He could have a family of swallows hatched in there every winter. Now he's going for the world record. As I say, he's from Elefsina, where Aeschylus, the father of Greek tragedy, was a resident. Will this be a Greek tragedy, or will it be a drama of great joy? Mamalos goes for the world record, 242.5, up it goes. Cries of Pummy, Pummy. I'm not sure he's made it. No, he hasn't. He punches the air. He thinks he's got it, but he hasn't. 3 red lights on. A little bit of showmanship from Pavlos Mamalos, desperately trying to convince the referees that it was good, but not on this occasion. He touches his chest, he greets the crowd, he waves. No world record for Pavlos Mamalos, certainly no tragedy, that's for sure, because he is the Open champion. He's also the European champion with a lift of 235, his best. That was 1 kilogram more than Elshan Husinov could manage. Fabulous show. Great drama at the end there. Gold medals for Pavlos Mamalos. Well, the weights team are still there. Azerbaijan are still disputing the jury call. Still heated discussion going on. But and I think we've just got the signal from the Greeks that they are going to have another crack at this world record. Mamalos may have a second attempt. So just stay with me for a moment until we get word otherwise. Well, as you can see into the crowd, good Greek contingent just tucked away, cheering on the mighty Pavlos. Oliver Callan's going to...
Please load the bar to 242.5 kilograms, rack height 14.
Yep, the weight's loaded once again at 242.5. Well, he's going to have a moment to...
The bar is loaded to 242.5 kilograms for the 4th attempt from Greece, Pavlos Mamalos.
So Mamalos is definitely going to go again. So maybe we will have our world record. I think everyone who here would love to see it. Well, perhaps with the exception of Elshan Husinov and his Azerbaijani teammates, because they're still in discussion with the jury. But for the moment, it's the focus on Pavlos Mamalos. As I say, he comes from Elefsina, which just so happens I was there back in July. Not such a beautiful town these days, but some fabulous ruins. Temple there of Demeter. Demeter was the goddess of harvest, and certainly Pavlos Mamalos is looking to reap the harvest of many years of training. He's 44 years old now. Oh, he's pumped up for this. He's been waiting all week. He's been sitting quietly in his corner while his Greek teammates have been picking up medals, and now it's his moment. He's won the Open gold, he's won the European gold, and now he wants back his world record. He did have it at 240. It was taken away from him earlier this year by Elshan Husinov. It stands at 242. Now Mamalos wants it back. He is going for the second time at 242.5 kilograms. He's all strapped down, reaching for the bar. A little prayer perhaps to Demeter to help him. Braces himself. The hush falls across the room. Here goes Mamalos. Second attempt at the world record. You can hear the crowd roaring him on. I don't think he's got it. He hasn't. 3 red lights. Just a little hesitation. Good effort. He got the weight, but it wasn't the smooth, steady lift that the referees wanted, and they're not generous, these referees. They're not just going to give him a world record. He had to get it right, and he didn't quite make it. But a fabulous finale. Great effort from Pavlos Mamalos. He blows kisses to the crowd, who are shaking their heads in admiration. He is universally loved and appreciated, and he is gold medalist, both Open and European champion here in Eger. I'm going to take a breather. I'm going to have a glass of water. I'm worn out with the excitement, but I'll be back with you for the medal ceremonies in just a few moments.
Thank you. The bar is over to 243 kilograms for the fourth attempt from Azerbaijan, Elshan Huisanov. Ladies and gentlemen, it's successfully European world record.
Well, I was a bit premature with my glass of water, wasn't I? Had to dash back from halfway across the hall there. Still, never mind. We've got more action for you, because although the competition is over, Elshan Huisanov has claimed his right to have a crack at the world record. So he's going for a fourth time at 243. Late excitement. Huisanov annoyed that his lift of 241 was ruled out, looking now to go for 243. Poke his finger in the eye of Pavlos Mamalos and make a statement. The straps go on. Here he goes. Huisanov for the world record at 243. Up he goes. Oh, that was confident. He may well have got that. He has. So a new world record. It didn't go to Pavlos Mamalos. It has gone instead to the Azerbaijani Elshan Huisanov. Well, late drama and excitement. What a fabulous climax to this day's lifting here in Eger. Quite rightly, Huisanov this time stands proud in the centre of the run, blows kisses all around, waves to supporters, plenty of support, and now he's greeting the judges, patting him down, and the shake of the hands. A new world record for the 107 kilogram group, and it goes to Elshan Huisanov. It was his to start with at 242, and he closes with a lift of 243. We will be back with you shortly with the medal ceremonies. I really am going to get my water this time.
You understand?
I understand.
You understand?
Yeah.
It's not a champion.
No.
I didn't realize he was going to do it.
2002 and in 2010. And no problem at all with 110. The sport by Tang Chung-rong. World champion in 2006 and 44. She's lifting 120. She goes, a little squeak, and 3 white lights. This would be very impressive though, wouldn't it? With the European record at 115, the world record now at 126, to have a junior world record of 106 would be very, very, very good indeed. Here she goes for the junior world record. And that's it, it's a new junior European world record. Junior, I'm getting myself confused. A new junior world record for the second time.
Спасибо, отлично.
Men's up to 107 kilogram category. Please welcome the medalist.
By heck, that water tasted good, but not as good as the cleansing glass of ale that I'm going to enjoy after this medal ceremony. It's been a cracking day's entertainment and drama here in Eger. The penultimate day. What a fabulous day of lifting we've had, and we're closing with the medal ceremonies for the men's 107 kilogram category. This is the open category from China. It's Hu Chai, who went nicely, opened at 2:06, made 2:15 in the second lift, couldn't get up to 2:26, but a bronze medal for him to take home and add to the impressive stockpile of Chinese medals. But really, it came down to a battle between two men for the Open Championship, two real greats. And warm applause from the gold medalist for his rival and competitor. In a sense, they both won today. Elshan Husseinov was picked for the gold medal. He cleared 2:34, but then couldn't make 2:41 with his third lift. Did though go on to break the world record, 2:43, but that was with his fourth lift, so not in competition. And that means the gold medal goes to the world champion Pavlos Mamalos of Greece. Fabulous performance from the 44-year-old. He played a canny game with the Azerbaijani. He opened at 2:25, went to 3:5, just 1 kilogram more than Husseinov, and that was enough. Couldn't make it when he went for the world record himself at 2:42.5, but he is the Open champion here in Eger.
National anthem of Greece.
Well, get used to that anthem because you're going to hear it again in a few moments when we have the medals for the European Championships as well. I'll be back with you in just a few minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, victory ceremony for the European men's up to 107 kg category. Please welcome the medalists.
Well, here we go again for the final time today. 3 more medals to be handed out. I hope you're not too bored of my voice talking about this fantastic competition we had for the 107 kilogram category. 2 of the suspects are the same. The bronze medalist has changed though. And quite a gap. Ryszard Rogala of Poland takes the bronze medal with a lift of 196 kilograms. Impressive enough in its own right and fully deserving of the bronze medal. He also finished 4th overall, just ahead of Mansour Pourmezai of Iran. They both lifted 196, but Rogala, the lighter man. The main battle, though, between these two for gold and silver. Elshan Husinov, terrific effort from him in competition. 234 was his best lift. Excuse me, it's been that kind of a dry day. He then went on to break the world record in his 4th lift, 243 kilograms. That doesn't matter as far as the competition concerns, because by that stage, that man Pavlos Mamalos had already lifted 235, and that was enough to give him gold in the Open and also in the European Championships. Great performance from the big man. A terrific battle that between Mamalos and Husinov, and in some ways nice that Husinov broke a world record. He doesn't go home, but great news for Mamalos and Greece. A rousing end to the evening, the Greek anthem pounding out around the arena. They've had some great lifters in their time, from Tofalos back in 1906, the great Pyros Dimos, of course, and Pavlos Mamalos must be included in that group. Terrific performance from him. He takes gold in the European and in the men's, silver in each category for Elshan Husinov, who has the consolation of a new world record. That is the end of proceedings for today. One more day of competition. It begins at 10 o'clock Central European time with the women's. It's a combined category, the 79 and 86 kilogram category. That's at 10 o'clock in the morning. 12:45 is the 86 plus women's category, and then at 1500 the final event of this fabulous competition, the men's heavyweights, the over 107 kilogram competition. So that's what we've got lined up for you tomorrow. Plenty of excitement, but for now, from Eger, it's a very good night from all of us, from me, Barney Spender, and the rest of the team bringing you these pictures. Join us again on Saturday, and have a great and have a safe Friday night. Good night.